Hello there, everyone. Soulswer17 here. Let me confirm it's like usual to know in this picture, non-paid video. Alright, okay. So, here's the thing. I just wanted to come back to this. I've been trying to figure this out, how I was going to do this for a while. Then I completely forgot about it. Then I forgot what I was thinking of doing. And then, I just came back to this because I seen somebody said part, 5. So, after this, tonight, I'm going to be making Naruto was a glitch. I'm gonna make part 2 of that. Then tomorrow, I am putting out some new thumbnails of 4 new deku what ifs. One of them is gonna be very unique, and I had some help with that one. The different things are gonna be a part of it. The other one is going to be someone saying prototype Deku, so yes, prototype. Another Deku was cheated on, but this one's in college, so yes, different things happening. Alright, and so, what else? And then a maybe infamous Deku, Second Son style. I like the Second Son better than the infamous 1 and 2. Not gonna lie, they were good. Just like the whole entire concept again, different powers, just by, copying Conduit's powers. So yeah, I like that one a little bit. Sorry if anyone, So I'm gonna leave that. You guys can let me know. I'm gonna make my own things to it. I'll tell you guys the ships when I'm thinking of. I'll tell you the ships of them, of each one, and then I'll make them, but just not put them out until whenever I can. So, yeah, I'll just put out those thumbnails out later today. Later tonight. Make the first one, change everything up what I just said. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get into this. This is what if Deku was the reincarnation of Fleetway Supersonic. So, I'm going to do is this. I'm going to redo Shadows and Fleetway's fight. Because I should have made them go super. I was just tired. I did not think of it. I was stupid, dumb, tired brain. Did not want to work right. So, yes. So, this is me redoing this part. So, yeah. Let's just get into this now. So, when Shadow and Fleetway come up onto, the field for the sports festival, Shadow just saying to Fleetway, so, are we going to start off slow? Or kick it up a notch right away? Go in super form? Since we do have our, own set of Chaos Emeralds, Fleetway just shrugs, goes, doesn't really matter to me, Shads. He goes, what, Shads? No, never call me that again, Fleetway. He goes, alright. Shadow. I don't know. Let's start off slow, because if we went super form right away, I'm always in super form. But anyways, if we did, this whole entire arena and this place would have been destroyed in a matter of seconds. Shadow agrees, so Midnight doesn't understand what they're saying. Like, she doesn't think, these kids can't be this powerful. Amy just, yelling at both of them, don't destroy anything! Shadow's just looking over like, we just talked about that. Fleetway puts his thumbs up, and then he goes, well, you heard it, lady. Start off slow. Well, our definition of slow. Shadow nods. So right when Midnight says begin, immediately Shadow and Fleetway just disappear from everyone's sight. For in a matter of seconds, they're in the middle, punching each other in the face. Both of them looking at each other with a smile, and then just disappears right again. There's a whole different, people are just seeing yellow, and other people are just seeing, black and red streams just going, around, hitting each other. Fleetway's on the ground. He jumps up immediately, dashes forward, disappearing. His speed alone, no one can keep up. UA is having trouble showing these kids battle. But with Nezu, he averted. That's what basically that's what I would have done. But no, Nezu, since he knows Fleetway's speed, made it to where the cameras can keep track of them. So everyone's seeing the amount of speed and force is right behind every punch and kick that they do. They're even going up in the air and fighting like that. Which Nezu says, right away, like pops out of his Atlas scar, saying, "Attention everyone, since they are able to do some things that are impossible for normal people with quirks, the rules of this event is whoever is knocked out or gives up first. So the arena doesn't matter. It's totally useless in this point. That's all I have to say." As basically just says, "Yeah, if anyone has a problem with that, then who cares? I'm watching my best student fight." As basically, Bakugo is just thinking, "Come on, why? Why is Fleetway the best student? I have, one for all, but he's better than me. Does Chaos Energy really have that much potential power? I mean, I saw it, but I still don't believe it." So yeah, Tails is just saying, "Mom or Dad are gonna kill him," which Amy's like saying, "Why?" Tails says they don't like it when Shadow shows off his speed or Chaos Energy powers. They like him to be more of a, just slow fighter that is able to win without even trying. Plus, he's a really good inventor, somehow in some way. Even though I helped him and showed him, it's still annoying that sometimes he can be better than me on some things. And this is one of them." Amy just kind of chuckles. May's watching the fight, and she's like trying to think, like try to comprehend this. And basically, Ito's like, "They're both faster than me, like my family. We can't even match the speed." As in, basically, they see Shadow, gets punched in the stomach, then immediately teleports right above him, then throws an axe kick down to Fleetway's head, sending him down to the arena. Basically, there's like a little crater as Fleetway does get up, and does Shadow's not before while Fleetway's trying to get up, Shadow basically says Chaos Spears, and there's a whole bunch of spears come from the air going down. As then Fleetway jumps up and jumps backwards, lands on his feet, does a speed homing attack. Basically, rolls into a ball and he launches himself towards towards Shadow. Shadow does exactly the same thing, and then they bounce off each other and then do a speed dash right towards each other. Basically, just spinning as everyone's wondering as Tails said, and then there's that. And Amy goes, "Yeah, that is kind of still how are they able to do it with human bodies?" And they just keep spinning in midair. Fleetway wins the clash. Shadow's sent flying a little bit. Then he's just floating in midair with his boots. And then he does another dash right towards Fleetway, hitting him. And then he's just flying in midair. They're both floating as he goes. "I mean, that's enough with the warm up, right?" As everyone's hearing that as Shadow's just moving his arm a certain way, and they can hear his bone crack a little. He goes, "Man, I've been feeling stiff with this low tier workouts I've been doing. Not enough of a challenge like this. Reminds us of the good old days, the good old days, huh?" Fleetway just laughs. It was like, "Yeah, it does. The times where we just fought, basically even hurting ourselves to the point where, because of Robotnik. I kind of miss that egghead, don't you?" And Shadow just nods, but he's not around. So, as Fleetway goes, "Yeah, so we gotta keep ourselves strong for everything that comes at us." As in, basically, I made it set for Shadow and Fleetway. I remember that part. So basically, Chaos Emeralds starts forming around each one of them. As they came out of them, their bodies fit holding them without the Chaos Energy being absorbed. When they need to access it, it'll pop out because they know people will try to take these Chaos Emeralds. So, as always just says, "Everyone, you're about to see something really remarkable. Don't ever blink. You'll miss it all." As Mike goes, "Wait. You mean is that the kid you were talking about to me? Saying that he's your favorite student? No matter what he does, he's always gonna do everything. You literally let him sleep in class if he ever wants to. As oh nods. He was like, yeah, that's the student. Fleetway. Or, gosh, well, that's his nickname. Real name is Zook. Well, you know the nice name, so he says, so it doesn't really matter. As basically Shigaraki's watching this, he goes, what are those things? As, everyone's watching, he goes, huh, I wonder, what's so significant with them? As in, basically, as Fleetway and Shadow close their eyes, the emeralds start to glow as then they go back right into both of them. But a blinding light happens with Shadow. His hair turns from black to, blonde. He still have that red streak in his hair, but it's standing up. But with Fleetway, his hands his claws are a little bit bigger. His eyes have a little bit more of a swirl. Then his hair is standing up, and basically just smiling. And Amy just says, "Shadow's gonna be beat. How much you want to bet?" And well, her and Tails made a bet saying who was gonna win. So it's like whoever wins has to buy each other food. So yeah. So basically, Shadow just goes, "It's been a long time since I've been in super form. Let's do this then." As Fleetway just says, "I can't wait till I break your bones." As Shadow just says, "You really have to stop acting." And he goes, "Well, can't help it. The power does make my personality change a little. So, sorry." Which Shadow just says, that's alright then. So basically, they both just disappear in a matter of a second. As in, there's a huge clash of electricity in the air being hit. Every time they hit each other. This goes on for a couple minutes. Everyone's cheering. Fleetway and Shadow, Shadow's causing damage, to Fleetway a little, but Fleetway's able to heal, from this, and Shadow's able to, is getting beaten really badly. Shadow just goes "I know we're supposed to go all out, but the sports festival, the other schools will know about it." He goes, "Yeah. So, are you? I know I'm supposed to not be tired, but still, how to make these guys think that? My wounds are basically stopping the bleed. Well, my healing's stopping the bleeding at least. Same thing with yours. I'm just a little bit fast because of the chaos energy. Sorry about that." Shadow just nods, saying, "No, that just means I just have to improve on myself. I've been lacking. My parents won't let me ever, go out running at top speed, trying to make myself stronger. They tell me to work out. I do, but I'm mostly into building more. This is just a reality check." In which Fleetwood, just floating casual, just saying, "Hey, it's not your fault. Don't worry. The only thing I'm good at is running. Nothing else. So, hey, you've been around the world more times than I can count. So, let's just end this though." As basically, Shadow's charging up his fist, as chaos energy is all pouring into it. And Fleetway just does exactly the same thing. But for some weird reason, he's hearing someone's voice to call. And then he's hearing, something else. To call just saying, "Chaos is always with you," basically. As in, he's hearing the sound of a war that he remembers. He goes, "Perfect chaos?" As, the fists are, glowing even brighter as it's charging more. Which, him and Shadow just dash towards each other's top speed. Basically, in a matter of a microsecond. Shadow plunges his fist right into Fleetway's face. As Fleetway body moved on his own, but the chaos energy in his fist is at max power. He can feel it. As then, it was, basically Shadow said, "Chaos Destruction Punch!" As then, when it hits him, blood does mean seen. Amy Sink, knows Fleetway ain't gonna lose. She just finally yells out, "Win this!" Basically, as he does snap out of it, as in his max punch, he goes, hold on. Sorry about that, but as he says, chaos, tsunami, destruction. As all of a sudden the chaos energy morphs water, coming up like have water coming off its fist. Shadow shot as then Fleetway plunges his fist right to the side of Shadow's face, bringing him down. As they soaring down right to the freaking arena. Everyone is seeing the blinding speed. Shadows, they screaming out, saying, "This is gonna hurt!" Basically, as Fleetway's just screaming. And everyone can see Fleetway's eye with that whole entire red line going down with the yellow. So it's just bringing it down as when they land, when Shadow's body goes right into the arena. Everyone just sees the blast radius going upwards as the arena itself is getting destroyed. All of it just going up in the air, being disintegrated, turned to ash. And hold on. Alright, so after the light show ends, everyone sees the arena is gone. The Shadow is still in super form, but knocked out. As then he just turns back to normal. As Fleetway's, hair stops standing up. He's huffing and puffing. He goes, What was that? He's looking at his fist. He's just thinking, was that chaos? No, it couldn't have been. He left. But what if? As then everyone just starts cheering. Everyone who's seen around, Japan is shocked by this amount of energy that both of them put out, along with the final ending. Amy's cheering, and Tail goes, "I knew I should never have took that bet." Mei Hatsumi is shocked. Bakugo is shocked. Oh my. Nezu's not really surprised. Well, not really, but he is surprised. Plus, Shadow's and Tail's parents knew about Fleetway's power from their stories, but to see it in action, it's incredible. They're mad that their son lost, but they're proud that he was able to actually go out, try his hardest that he did. And then they kind of realize they've been technically maybe babying him too much. So they have to let him now grow and get stronger because of this loss. So yeah. So, Fleetway, looking at everyone while they're cheering, he basically looks at Shadow. As Shadow then blinks his eyes, he goes, "I lost, didn't I?" Which Fleetway, does pick up his, does hold out his hand, going like, "Yeah, you did, Shadow, but it was a really good fight. Good one I haven't had in a long time." And Shadow gets up, after Fleetway pulls him up, basically. It's like, "Yeah, same. By the way, why was Chaos up behind you?" And you go, "Huh? Chaos?" "Yeah. It was, behind you and everything. I saw the image of it, and water was coming off your fist." Which, he doesn't understand it, but he goes, "Wait, water was?" He goes, "Yeah. I don't know why, but that's how it happened." So yeah, so anyways, the ceremony happens. Ida hears about his brother and he'll kill Stain, and well, he tells, instead of getting one revenge, he does tell Fleetway, since he can heal him. He does ask him, he literally goes to Fleetway and says, "Fleetway, please, heal my brother." And he's begging, on his hands and knees, and Fleetway goes "Dude, get up. I don't like the whole time begging me thing. You could just asked." He's like, "I know, but I thought you would have said no." And Fleetway goes, "Why?" "Anyways, what happened to your brother?" So he explains about the hero killer Stain and what he did to his brother. And he just goes, "Oh, I'm gonna tear him up a new one." He goes, "Huh?" As Bakugo says, "Hey, that's my line." As he goes, "I don't care. I'm literally going to break his arms and legs, heal him, break him again, heal him, and make sure he learns that there are no fake heroes." Well, they probably are fake heroes, but still, I mean, if Nezu gets on top of it, he'll find out the truth. And then, Nezu was it was around a corner, and Nezu heard this. He goes, so that's why he's after heroes. Alright, time to do some research and then get a lot of arrest warrants on him. So, yes. So, after the whole entire thing, Izuku, well, not Izuku, Amy, Fleetway, Tails, Shadow, go to Inko's house, and, well, they all meet, they meet, well, when they get to Fleetway's place, basically with Inko there, when they open up the door, they see Amy's parents, along with Shadow and Tails' parents, just talking to Inko. And, Amy goes, Mom, Dad? At which the same thing happens with, Tails and Shadow. And he was like, why are your parents here? And, well, what happens is, since Amy's parents knew about Fleetway, I think I made them met them, probably not. Just in case by then I'm just doing this, Amy's parents are looking at her and going like, so, is this the boy you're talking about that you liked so much? And her face going red, she goes, Mom, Dad, don't. As Amy's father goes, I know you're really strong and all, so if you're gonna date my daughter, please protect her with everything you have at your disposal. As Fleetway just says, of course. I mean, I care about her a lot. So she does say, wait, are you guys, okay with this? Because you were kind of scared when I told you about him. As they said yes, but no one has, seen what he can do and all. I mean, we are still scared, but you love him, so we're not gonna, intrude. As in Tails and Shadow's parents just tell him, thank you for showing us that we were babying our son too much. And, well, we're gonna fix that. So, they say to Shadow, you're allowed to run as fast as you want, and we'll basically give you a harder training regimen done for you. So that way you still have the time of the day when you train, but then you can go event. As he goes, thanks. But wait, how did you find out where, he lived? As they go, like, we're rich. We have a network, so. And they're like, Inko, you're saying, yeah. Also, sweetie, I don't think before I say anything else, I don't think I made Shadow and Amy, not Shadow, Fleetway and Amy date. They just have feelings for each other. I think I did. But just in case. I knew I watched the videos. I watched them all last night. I was about to make this what if, but it was like I was tired and I just fell asleep. So I'm sorry, everyone. So, I think at the USJ. Hold on now. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I did. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I did. Because I just looked back. They said I said when they went on dates in part 3 or 4. So yeah. So this is just his first time meeting the parents, and yeah. So they wanted to celebrate their win and everything. That's all. That's why they're there. As he just says, "Oh, thanks for, not being afraid of me. It's really great." As they say, "Well, our daughter loves you. That's enough for us." I did have my window open, so sorry about that. But anyways, as that happens, they celebrate and all. They're having a good time. They learn a little more about Fleetway and his story. So it's like they feel like they feel a little bit bad that he had to go through that, but hey, I mean, he just says it's his life. And plus, he always looked after Amy when she was always upset, controlling Sonic. Like his the guy who was always in control named Sonic, and just being there for her. Well, he really wasn't. He was obsessed with, what should I say? He really was in love with this acorn girl. So, hey, I didn't, want to, be making her feel that way. So I tried to tell her about, myself, saying I was in control, not him. But it would have been way more of a hassle than because of everyone hating me. Sorry, I was about to burp, but it didn't happen. But As I was saying, as he says, everyone hated me. Okay, there it goes. So yeah. So, anyways, after that little celebration, Amy gives Fleetway a kiss and leaves with her family. Shadow fist bumps him along with Tails, give him a fist bump. Just saying like, we'll see you tomorrow, school. But he does say he's gonna stop by the hospital, so he's gonna be a little bit late. In which, he was like, okay. So yeah, so after that, and goes saying, so that's who Amy is. And she's like saying she looks very nice, very, pretty. And he goes, yeah, she really is. And she does that. So, when am I, you know, when are you gonna ask her the question? He was like, that's not until we're older, Mom. She just laughs, and so yeah, after that little teasing fest, he goes and sleep. The next day, he wakes up early. Ida's like text him after he gets dressed and everything. He goes, I'm on my way. He just cast controls over to there. But he cast controls over to where he thinks it was gonna be, but then he said to Ida, okay, where is it? Because he texts he basically cast control to somewhere he knows a hospital, and he thought that was it. It is actually. He was like, huh, cool. He just jumps down from the building into the alleyway and walks out of the alleyway, looks both ways, and goes across the street. Ida's there. He goes, thank you, for coming here so early in the morning. He goes, no problem. We got school in next 2 hours, so come on, let's get in and out. So yeah, so Ida goes along with Fleetway up to Ingenium's room. Ingenium is conscious. He was like, hey brother, what's up? He goes, big bro, I'm here with my friend. His power, or should I say his quirk, allows him to heal, basically, people. And he goes, you can't heal me. That's too much damage. He was like, I could do a lot of things impossible, dude. Don't really care what the world says. So yeah, so he puts his hand on Ingenium's, chest, and then he puts chaos energy into him, and then he goes, oh yeah, I can heal this. And then all of a sudden, green aura is starting to appear around Ingenium, and then poof, everything's fixed. Everything. Ingenium's surprised. He's, he said, I can feel my toes. I can feel it. I can basically feel like I walk. And then he goes, well, see ya. And then he grabs Ida saying chaos control, gets out of there. So yeah, Ida thanks him. He goes like, now, don't do nothing stupid. Let me go after Stain, alright? Which he nods. So they get to UA early. Ida's saying, but we're early, we can't go. And then the doors open. He was like, scholarship. Come on. So you walk in. So, Netsu's there early. So, they get to class. They put their stuff in. Ida saying, I'm going to take a nap. I'm tired. I was up all night worrying if it just wasn't going to work. He's, sure. Take a nap. So, yeah. So, after that, he does go back to the parkour area and just starts to, do a little bit of a workout, then, doing parkour. So, Nezu sees him, we're like, oh, Fleetway, you're here. He goes, oh, Midoriya, here. He was like, yep, I'm here to teach. I'm here, Principal Nezu. So, how's everything at the, sports festival? Good. You're getting a lot of recommendations. But I have a feeling you're going to go after, the hero killer. Yeah. He nods. What about, because I think you already heard about the false heroes. That's not on the news, but it's pretty obvious. If you look on the web about the rumors about them. So he says, as Nezu nods, he goes, yes, and I'm doing a current investigation of all of those rumors to find out that they're true or not. And, a lot of the society is corrupted. Heroes are being taken into custody as we speak. And, Izuku, well, not Izuku, Fleetway kind of looks at him and goes like, you are quite terrifying, quite terrifying when you want to be, and I like that. He goes, yes, here's a list of heroes already who are in Hosu. I already informed them, who weren't, that, well, I gave you a special assignment that needs to be done in Hosu. Here's a temporary hero license. Use it wisely. As he walks away. Izuku smiles and he goes, "Wait, do I get a hero? Do I get some handcuffs?" He goes, "Yes, you will." So there's a hero agency that has a bunny girl, or should I say, number 5 hero Mirako, that is in Hosu because of they needed more staff there. There's also another one, which is, well, what was Ida's internship? Manual Endeavor. Endeavor admit that he had. I mean, he had to admit that you're strong, but he can't really teach you anything because of your energy base. With Mirako, she can teach you fighting styles. So yes, and then the rest are just, well, you'll find out. And he just smiles and goes like, all right, well, it's time to do what I do best. Waste time for 2 hours. I waste time for a little bit. I did not eat no breakfast. And then he just rubs the ring, and Charlotte comes out. She goes, what is it, Fleetway? She just says, you want some breakfast? She goes, remember, I don't eat. He was like, yeah, I mean, well, first off, I had to go get Amy. I told her I was going to pick her up soon. But, if you want to eat, you know. She kind of thinks about it, goes, why not? Then he does say, well, I wish for you to... No, he says, I wish for basically an egg, lettuce, bacon sandwich. Well, not a sandwich. Bagel sandwich. Two of them. As two appears, as Shara and him are eating, she's just chatting about some stuff about the while Sonic was gone, a little bit more. And he just tells her about how his power it's increased because of the Chaos Emeralds. As one of them pops up, he just kind of like one just flies out of him like into his hand. So see, Chaos Emerald, kind of stronger than the 7 world rings, but we have to search for those as it goes back into his body. She does nod, and she does say that it's quite dangerous if they don't, if they're out there in the world and someone takes them because of the emotions behind them. Yeah, I get it. It's gonna be a pain in the neck, but hey, as they're done eating. He does stretch. He goes, "All right. So, do you want to, be outside the ring when we go visit her?" She nods, and he goes, "All right. I'm just gonna say this: if we're gonna be out, mother clothing on." So he just says, "I wish for you to have modern clothing on." Basically, as it appears on her. She does say thank you. Her modern clothing is just a hoodie, pink, regular jeans, and sneakers. You know, same hairstyle that she has. And, he chaos controls over to Amy. She's right outside her house, because she just got there. He goes, "Hey, Amy, sorry I'm a little bit late." And she goes, "No, you're fine. You're on time." She sees, Shara out. She says hi to her. She says hi to Amy. She just asks, "Did you heal Ida's brother?" He goes, "Mm-hmm." Amy's holding on to his arm. She's just smiling. And she does say, "I missed you last night." He goes like, "It was just a night. I couldn't come over." She says, "I know. I just wish we could live together." She says, and goes like, "Amy, this ain't our world." She says, "I know, but still." But he said that world, he meant the past world. So yeah. So it's like, she's just happy though that they're together. still always happy, even if he is the way he is. So she needs to stop by and get some breakfast on the way because she was a little bit late on waking up. He chuckles at that. So yeah, they go to the store and a contest was given out announced to them for the 100th customer. 2 tickets to Island, basically, and you know, Fleetway was the one who went in first, and he just says, thanks. He takes it, and, well, they go. I mean, she gets her food, they go. He basically just asks, then he gets a weird feeling, and, Char just says, that's when the rains. As Amy goes, what do you mean? He picks up Amy and just runs to where he feels it. And then when he gets into the air, he drops her. She didn't eat her breakfast yet, so because she was gonna eat it at school. But basically, they see this weird glowing energy from a villain. He goes, I can't be stopped with all this power. As it's it's a joy ring. I remember correctly, there was a joy. It was granting him great power, though. As then Fleetwood just says, chaos, wind, and boom. Wind gusses around him, and immediately, because Mirko's there, she sees a blur of yellow jump into the air, right in the wind current itself, running on it, jumping up to the villain, kick him in the side of it, kick him in the back, while he lets go of the ring. He goes, no, my power! Basically, he grabs it, and immediately lightning comes off of it right, into as he feels it. He feels all the power go into him, and then immediately, basically, it's the swords right into Fleetway, and he goes, this power doesn't belong to you. And then all of a sudden, a spear of energy comes into his hand, as he just throws it down. As when it touches the villain, there's a huge light show, and then the villain's just knocked out. As Fleetway grabs him and grabbing this person by his shirt and basically just flowing down with him. As Mirko's there, because you're that kid from the sports festival, and did you just? He goes. Basically, he pulls up a hero license that's temporary. It was a special project for Nezu. Gave me this ahead of time. I don't have any handcuffs, so you could do the rest. He's just walking away. Mir goes, I gave you a, internship to, come work at the agency I work at. He goes, yeah, in Hozu, right? He goes, I could teach you some combat base, and we could work on more of your strength, because, you, aren't, you look not, muscular at all, but selling by the way you were at the sports festival, that's not the case. So I just want to help you get a little bit stronger. Fleetway shrugs. He was like, whatever. I'm getting to school. So, Shara, Amy are just clapping. Shara just says, where's the ring? He goes, it was absorbed into my body. As in he basically holds out his hand as it floats into it out of his body. He goes, yeah, I think unlike Sonic, I'm able to absorb them all automatically. So, yeah. It's basically that he just puts it back in. And Shower just says, well, we got to, find all 7 soon. He goes, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Man. Hopefully I don't ever have to go over water to find it. That one. Which Shower just says, probably. He goes, just imagine if it's on my island. I'll laugh. Amy kind of chuckles at that. So, they get to school. They get in the classroom. Nezu, knows that, him and Amy are dating. So, yeah. They come in. Everyone was there. They asked, why did you leave your stuff here? It was like, me and Ida got here early. And leave Ida asleep. He has been up almost all night worrying about his brother. So, but the thing I was going to do for him worked, and it did. So, yeah. So after that, after Amy was eaten, done, Shadow just not Shadow. He just like took the stuff, and just energy disintegrated, turned to dust in the wind. So yeah. So everyone chooses their names. Shadow just says Shadow the Hedgehog. No, I'm just kidding. He just said Shadow. Tail is more for support, but he will be doing some hero work. So he just gives Miles power. So his name is Tails. So yeah. Amy just says, hmm, the pink hammer? No, no. No, the pink, I was about to say the pink banshee. She writes in saying the pink hammer, hammer, basically. So yeah. And then they ask Fleetway, he just says, well, my name is Zuko Midoriya, so about just Fleetway. Fleetway Sonic. As everyone's just going, like Midnight's about to say, why? Is it supposed to be like chaos something? Because he goes, nah, Fleetway Sonic works better. He goes, yeah, automatically. Alright. So that's the names, that's the hero names. Um, you know, so if you guys are wondering, no, for Tails, I'm gonna have to change because like Master, like he says, since his thing's inventions and smart, goes Master Inventor. So yeah, that's the same name. Shadow's just Shadow. Doesn't care. Still for Amy, Pink Hammer. I think I'm just putting too much emphasis, but that's the one thing I could think of. You guys can think of a better name, tell me. So yeah, and just for Fleetway, just Fleetway Sonic. So yeah. So after that, they choose the internships. He goes to Miracle's, and yeah, as you inform Miracle about it, about his mission. That's it. She's all right with it. He gets handcuffs, but Miracle will get the credit. So yeah. So after everyone goes to their hero agency, him and Adrian keep in contact, and many weeks, like a week pass. And I think it was like 2 weeks they're gonna be staying with the internship. So 2 to a week pass. No, a week and a half pass. It's the Hosu thing happens with the Nomus and everything. So what happens is, Miracle's there. She goes into the fight. She tells him to like try to find Stain or whoever it's happening. So he basically sends out chaos energy waves and fearless speed in every direction. As if he finds, the hero killer killing a hero. As if he teleports right to there with a chaos control. And in an instant, a kick goes to Stain's face, sending him flying to like the wall. And we all know like Fleetway's overpowered, so it's like normal humans can't handle this kick. Even if it was like not meant to kill, he gets hit into the wall, knocked out instantly. Wasn't even a fight. And well, Fleetway just looks at the swords and daggers. He goes, "Do I even need these?" As then he suddenly puts chaos energy into them. He goes like, "Ooh, yes, yes." So he's just saying, "I'm taking the daggers." The throwing knives, basically. He just like taking them. He puts them around his hero costume, which Miracle was like shocked by it. Just a regular jacket, shirt underneath it, yellow, black pants and boots. Now he has knives, throwing knives, and a little like a knife too. Taking it, where he just put chaos energy to make it look like a sword. So it's like, hey, yay. So yeah, that happens. He arrests him. Miracle gets the credit though. And, well, Stain never made his message, though, but still, he was influenced the world, so yeah. and the Nomuns were killed by fleetway easily. Endeavor and Todoroki were there, and then all of a sudden he says, "Chaos! Blast!" And he just shoots his hands upwards into the sky as the beam, well, as the blast goes upwards only, not destroying none of the buildings, just destroying the Nomus. And he just smiles. Plus, he's also holding Stain when he said that. So Stain's perfectly fine though, so it's like, yeah, nothing happened to them. So anyways, so after that, everyone, everything goes the same. Miracle got the credit, Felipe doesn't care. And then, well, the Island thing goes totally different. Do I want to make this an hour? Yeah. So, the Island goes totally different by this. Well, they have 2 tickets. Inko and Amy's parents were not, okay with him being alone, like going there. So All Might said he can, he'll be there to Inko. He called her up because Bakugo wanted to invite him, but he didn't know they had tickets. So it's like they say All Might will be there, so nothing will happen to them. So Amy's parents are okay with it. Inko was. They meet up with Bakugo and All Might. They meet Melissa. She does, hear about, Fleetway, so she asks him about how you're able to make so much energy. Don't you get any drawbacks? How you never get tired? And he just says, quirk, really not really a quirk. Power, limitless, doesn't really matter to me. I have no freaking energy loss, no stamina loss either. And it's just like Melissa is shocked by this, so everything goes similar with the whole entire, from there. Even the whole entire All Might's getting captured, Bakugo, Shield, stuff goes to canon. It was just the only thing that wasn't canon was the destruction of the robots. When they told him to go, all of a sudden he didn't move and the robots just blew up. It was like 1 second. He just says, "See, done." He's like, how? He goes, "I'm the fastest thing alive. I can move faster than the speed of sound or light." So yeah, so that was it. Falco's mad, but hey, if that's true, then he can't beat that. So that's why he's mad. And so Todoroki was like, "This guy's showing me up." So yeah, the whole entire capture All Might does go the same, and well, he just says he can take everyone on by himself, which the basic hero license does expire the next day, so that's nice. He still has it. After midnight, he can't use it. Well, no matter the situation, it won't really matter. So he says, which Melissa and everyone agrees. So they say, "How are we gonna save All Might?" And well, he just says, "Easy, time stop." And boom, everything stops. He goes in. He basically knocks out all the villains, frees All Might. All Might, says thank you to him afterwards, and they just go. Bakugo, seeing though All Might, not seeing All Might, seeing that Fleetway is way more powerful, he has trained so much so that it is basically he's at 50%. And his backlash, his bones have grown stronger too. So yeah, he's worked on his the parts of him that with his making explosions a little bit less destructive on his body. So yeah. But anyways, they do go save Melissa's father. The whole entire thing with Wolf Bear. The Wolf guy. Basically, trying to kill Fleetway doesn't really work out like he planned, because when the metal touches him, it just melts right away, or it breaks. So yeah, so they go, and to the surprise, All Might was at the top waiting for him. All Might does try to throw the punch. The guy does with the briefcase dodge, puts on the machine, and this time David's not in it, so it's just gonna be like a real real sloppy fight for the guy one-sided. All Might's about to, try to go in when Fleetway just stand right in front of him instantly, like appearing out of nowhere. So yeah, it's just like, don't waste your time on this guy. Shadow was there because of, well, it was their family, but just want to mention that Shadow and Tails was there, but it was like they were helping out people getting out of the building. So it was like, this is when, because they knew they weren't needed. But Amy was, Amy was running up with, with the rest of the gang, and then like when everyone's there, all of a sudden Shadow and Tails appears with Tails having a weapon that he made that basically would help, and then he throw Fleetway basically a capsule. Yeah, I'm making a reference. So what? But and then he goes, "Let's do it." He goes, like, "Just press it." And then when he presses it, all of a sudden it poofs and a ring appears out of nowhere. As they tell everyone, "Don't ever try to get him his way with this one." As he smiles, he grabs the ring. As all of a sudden a thing of like powers going through him. But it's not one of the rings. Basically, like the Center World rings. Shara is like back in the ring that was happening, but this is just like one of those rings that Sonic uses that he spins and goes right for the robot. So yeah, so that's what happens. Fleetway does exactly the same thing, going right through the robot. All the metal, I mean, destroying it, going up to the guy, hitting him. He's falling down, and he says, "No, I will not lose. I cannot lose to some kid." As in, all of a sudden, a ring comes out of the building as he catches it, as in a storm cloud appears, and the water's going up, to him, making him go back, and it's like a water monster going, like water monsters, like, well, it's some water that just turned into a monster looking for him, and he goes, "I keep going up, basically." Take him so that we can create more of these machines for my employer, basically, as in all my saying can all for one. As then, well, Shadow, Fleetway, are just up like this, and they just look at each other like, does this guy even think he's gonna win? By the way, Fleetway, what's that ring? It was like, hey, I'm one of the 7 world rings. As then, all of a sudden, something like a flame, like kind of like flickers off of Fleetway's chest, which Shadow's like surprised. In which, like, if you're wondering, did Fleetway and Amy wear everyone wear outfits for the thing? Yes, it was just it was like a Bakugo thing with him, but it was just basically black and white out clothing. Amy was just pink dress, somewhat similar to Uraraka's, but not really. And yeah, so basically, like I was saying, no time flicker, a flame appears, as then he puts out his hand, touches it, as then fire appears all around him, which Shadow was like, "What the?" As then he goes, "Speed break!" And boom, right in that instant, he goes right into the water, going all the way up through it, just like what you see with Perfect Chaos. When he gets up to the guy, he says, um, time break. Yeah, time break. Yeah, time stop, time break. Basically, as the time is moving, so as he basically jumps forwards and kicks the guy around the face and then says time stop with him there. He grabs the ring as in, well, what Sonic would have felt from the ring, Fleetway does too, as in he absorbs it, and then all of a sudden lightning comes, like starting to being formed, as in he just throws it down right and hits the guy, basically knock him out, as in time resets for him, he catches him, and then floats right down, basically. He gets arrested. David Shield did hire him, to steal it for All Might, but Hey, so basically Melissa's gonna take over the business for now. So yeah, along with well, along with basically Shadow's family's help and the Yarozus, in which Tails just saying, "Hey, brother, go talk to Momo." He's like, "What? No." He goes, "Why not?" He's because she likes that Todoroki guy. Goes, I don't know. I mean, since we've been in class, you and her do stare at each other like, she hates you and all, but that's because our family is a rival. But hey, but I mean, usually you only stare like you don't care, but I see you do a little bit of a thing going on where you stare at her with a little bit of a blush. He's like, Tails, please. He's just saying sorry. Come on. You technically were most of the time alone, so why not? He goes, fine. So he goes up to Momo. He goes, hey, what's up? She goes, just a long night, like everyone else. He goes, yeah. Were your parents here too, or just you? Momo just says her. Tails and Shadow's parents come up. They ask, they're okay. They see Momo. They basically wonder if she's all right, if there's everything's fine. Was she shocked by it? She thought they wouldn't really care, and they say, why? You're just a child. Your family, your parents, and our rivalry doesn't matter when it comes to this. And she does say, so wait, if we, if she says as an example, so if I ever fell in love with your son, as she points to Shadow, would you? No, by all means, we would love it. I mean, our son's very, very not really sociable with people, other than people he knows. He goes, hey, just because I'm an emo sometimes. As in, Fleetway goes, Edgelord! As he goes, shut it, freaking hedgehog, faker. Which Amy just laughs because it just reminds her of the old times a little bit. And then he goes, sorry about that. His parents laugh about this. So it's just it'll be very nice for him to get such a sweet girl like you to be his girlfriend. But that's if you want to. We're not gonna say, getting a marriage proposal. We let our son choose who he wants to be with. We don't have our family being we choose the parent, we choose the person our child is supposed to be with, sort of thing. And Momo just saying your parents are very different from mine. Goes, why would your parents do a court marriage sort of thing just to build up the status of the family? She nods, and which Shadow says, well, that sucks. My family doesn't even care about our status. That's why we help out Corco's people. Anyway, she goes, wait, so those things were true. My father says that was all a lie. As in, Shadow's father says, nope, it is real, because technically I am quirkless. And, well, yeah. Which that is surprising to Momo. And which, well, Fleetway just hearing that was like, wow, Shadow's father's quirkless. Huh, interesting. So yeah. So after everything happens, they all leave, and then, well, it's the test. I did a little bit early. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't want to get that a little bit early. The test is going to happen, then it's the whole entire thing going to the, here. They're going to go to the camp. So, yes, this is where I'm ending it. I hope you guys have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Bye. I have to work on the thumbnails still. So, yeah. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are.